Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my class. This is English for elementary students class. So in the first session, we're going to talk about the introduction to English for young learners. And my name is Linda Helena. So in this semester, we're going to meet in person as well in the classroom. Okay, let's begin with the first session. I'm going to introduce you to some concepts and definitions before we go to the main materials, okay, for this semester. Well, in this topic, we're going to talk about mother tongue and then very young learners and young learners, okay? So, mother tongue means, what is it? Bahasa ibu in Indonesian language, like Sundanese, Javanese. So we learn it when we start to grow up and speaking from early childhood. Okay, this is our very, very first language. And also we're going to learn about very young learners. They are children under the ages of 7 years old, and then young learners. Uh, Usually they are between the ages of 5 and 12 years old. So it means the ages is the elementary students' age. And see, I have to move first here. First language, second language. We're going to see some similarities between how children acquire their first language and their second language. Okay. Jadi ini lebih ke bagaimana kita mengajarkan siswa SD, especially mengajarkan bahasa kedua atau bahasa asing, ya. So we have to learn from them how they learn their first language. Gimana sih mereka belajar bahasa pertama mereka? First, they hear voices, they respond to the voices they hear, listen to a lot of sounds, try to say what they hear, and pick up accent of those around them. Jadi aksen pada saat mereka belajar language itu sangat berpengaruh. Jadi mereka akan meniru apa yang mereka dengar gitu. So they learn from sounds and voices. Okay. Jadi prinsipnya sama gitu. Ketika kita mengajarkan bahasa kedua atau bahasa asing itu prinsipnya sama ketika mereka belajar bahasa ibu gitu. Jadi mengajarkannya sama seperti itu gitu ya. For example, let's see, this is the sample communication between a mother and her child. Okay. A mother said, now we're nearly dressed. Okay, now over your head, good boy, put in your other hand, now shoes. Where are your shoes? Yeah, something like that. Mungkin dia tidak mengerti secara keseluruhan, but we use gestures. Kita gunakan gestur untuk mengajarkannya. So the child would say, sus. When a mother said shoes, the child say, sus. It doesn't matter. Okay. Kita jangan terlalu memforce gitu, memaksakan mereka untuk mengucapkan pronunciation yang sama. They will learn, okay, by and by, gitu, sedikit demi sedikit. Okay, and then yes, your shoes, where are they? Nah, itu gunakan gesture lagi, mencari di mana sepatunya. Oh, there. The mother will point to the shoes, and the child will look at the shoes. Look your shoes on the chair. Mereka ibunya itu sambil menunjukkan ke sepatu yang ada di atas kursi, dan the child will learn. Oh, that's shoes. We call them shoes, ya. And the child will say, shoes, yes, shoes. Nah, dalam mengajarkan bahasa, kita harus menyampaikan dengan pengucapan yang baik Ya, meskipun mereka mengatakan sus, but you don't say the same way. Say it correctly, and they will learn from you later. Okay. And this is how to apply communication between a mother and child in a classroom. Jadi seperti yang saya sampaikan tadi, mengajarkan anak kecil bahasa kedua atau bahasa asing itu sama dengan mengajarkan mereka bahasa ibunya, bahasa pertama mereka. Okay. So how to apply this? Mother and teacher talk much more than children do. Kitanya yang harus lebih banyak berbicara. And then a mother and teacher provide a secure and supportive environment that gives children the confidence to try out the language. Jadi ciptakan suasana yang membuat mereka merasa didukung, supportive, and then merasa percaya diri untuk belajar, merasa aman, ya, something like that, merasa nyaman. So kita terapkan metode-metode yang hampir sama dengan cara mereka belajar bahasa ibu mereka. Okay, we need to apply them. Okay. And also we have different methods in teaching very young learners and young learners. Okay, because they have some differences as well. Well, there are some similarities. They are curious, enthusiastic, eager to gain new experiences and activities. They are energetic, they are creative, but they have minimum concentration. So sometimes when we ask them to do something, they ignore it because they have minimum concentration. Okay, nah itu persamaannya ya, similarities between very young learners and young learners. What about the differences? Nah, kita harus mengajarkan cara yang sedikit berbeda antara mengajar very young learners dengan young learners. Okay. Let's see, very young learners' concentration time is around 5 to 10 minutes long, while young learners' concentration time is 10 to 15 minutes long. Mereka waktu konsentrasinya cukup pendek, dan very young learners is even shorter, ya. And then very young learners cannot draw well. They don't know how to read and write and can't understand grammar, of course, yeah, as it is abstract. Grammar is abstract. However, young learners can do them well. Nah, jadi di usia yang very young learners, itu di bawah 7 tahun, kita lebih banyak mengajarkannya yang apa ya, yang real gitu. Something real, like you show them an object, for example, shoes. You have to say it and then point to the object, ditunjukkan dengan gesture, dengan what is it, with the words gitu. Nah, kalau yang young learners bisa diajarkan sedikit-sedikit tentang grammar, something. When you want to do something, for example, say I want to, okay? Or if you want to do something in the future, add will, for example. I will do this, I will do that. Nah, itu simple grammar, itu bisa diajarkan kepada young learners, tapi tidak kepada very young learners. So yeah, this is very important information before you teach elementary students, because you have to know their level, whether they are very young learners or they are young learners. Nah, bagaimana kita mengajarkan? These are teaching tips here. Bagaimana kita mengajarkan bahasa Inggris kepada very young learners? It should be slowly and enjoyable. Okay, the activities should be enjoyable. Harus menyenangkan. Dan lakukan dengan gestures, actions, movements, ya, karena mereka suka dengan bergerak. kesana kemari. Yeah, they are very active, as I told you in previous slide. So do it the way they want. Okay, support them with those movements, and also facial expressions. When you like something, how is the expressions of your face? Something like that. And then if they like to sing, do the activities by singing, for example, ya. Kemudian jika mereka mengatakan something in their mother tongue, you have to repeat it in English. For example, ada siswa yang mengatakan, saya mau coklat. You want chocolate. Nah, seperti itu. Jadi diulangi, repeat in English. Okay. Sometimes also we need something, media or tools, or kita menyebutnya apa ya, alat peraga misalnya, dengan menggunakan boneka. So you make something seperti mendongeng begitu, mengobrol dengan boneka, ya, something like that. In English, of course, and they will try to understand what you say. Okay. If a child speak in their mother tongue to the puppet, ke bonekanya itu, you need to recast to speak to the puppet. Okay, for example, misalnya gini. Jadi si siswanya itu diajak ngobrol dengan menggunakan puppet, dengan menggunakan boneka misalnya. Nah, lalu si siswanya bertanya kepada puppet, nama kamu siapa? You have to recast it with English to the puppet. You repeat it. What's your name? Yeah, something like that. So the children next time will do the same. Use also drawings and photos. Gunakan gambar, gunakan foto, ya, to mention the objects. For example, to introduce them to some objects in English. And also, you need to tell a lot of stories in English, but of course the simple ones, yang simple aja, gitu ya ceritanya. Okay. Yeah. So this is I have told you. And then this is additional teaching tips for young learners. Okay. Actually, we have the same, what is it? The same tips, both for very young learners and young learners. But there are some additional tips for young learners. Well, explain your mother tongue on the first day. Sebelum menyampaikan materi, gunakan dulu bahasa ibunya atau bahasa Indonesia. Apa yang akan dipelajari gitu. Terus mulailah gunakan English secara slowly, and then use English slowly. And then also teach the class useful phrases, like you say it first in mother tongue, and then you ask the student, what is it in English? Ya, misalnya, saya mau makan. What is it in English? Ya, jadi ditanya studentnya, apa bahasa Inggrisnya? Ya, something like that. And then sometimes you also need to share them your experiences. For example, this morning I met my friend, or you can also share what you like or you dislike. For example, I don't like bakso, for example, or I like ice cream a lot. What about you? Yeah, something like that. Well, so this is today's quote from Ignacio Estrada. If a child can't learn the way we teach, maybe we should teach the way they learn. So as I told you, the activities should be enjoyable. So tidak ada salahnya gitu ya mengikuti apa yang mereka senangi. To make it easier for you to teach them English. Okay? All right. So that's all for today for this session. Thank you so much for your attention and see you in the classroom very soon. And we can discuss together there about what you want to know more about English for elementary students. Okay, see you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.